So what is VR? VR is a virtual reality. The real simple truth is when you put the headset on, you think you are somewhere else. Your brain is almost immediately fooled into thinking that the virtual objects that you're seeing around you are real. The headset acts as sort of a window into a 3D world, and so when you turn your head, the world reacts as if you were standing in it in real reality. So it allows you to play, to create lots of different content. Probably the most popular right now, or at least the most common, is video games. But we also see a lot of content starting to prove up in the educational area. There are incredible things like Google Earth VR, where you can fly around literally the entire world and land and be on the ground and look around.
You know, you get to do stuff that you don't get to do in real life, that you couldn't do in real life. It's just a bit more immersive than a standard console or computer system.
When people who are unfamiliar with video games and even VR come in, it doesn't take long to learn it. You just learn it and you can be right there, and it feels like you're right there in the game. For example, I had my parents come once. I put them in the rock climbing game and the climb. And after getting used to it, they thought it was amazing. My dad was kind of nervous because he would look down, and in the game it looked like he was standing on top of a huge cliff or on top of the side of a rock wall.
You know, Beat Saber has been a huge hit here. You know, it's like a rhythm game except with lightsabers instead of a guitar, and that's been a huge hit. And that's a small company I had never heard before made it. So even though the content's a little slow to come along, it is nice to see a market where there's lots of different players who are able to make a splash. So there were 3 reasons that we launched the VR lab here at the university. Number 1 was social for gaming. Again, the library was looking for ways to attract students to come into the library. It's a great study break. You could be here working and you can take a break and come play a game with your friends. We have network games. The second was to expose faculty to the technology. A lot of them have never touched it before, but a lot of industries are starting to integrate it. And so we wanted to give faculty the opportunity to experience it, understand what it's about, and start to think about how it might be impacting their industries, their classes, and the ways that we might use it to help in instruction. And then the third was to introduce students to VR and the tools that you can use to make it. So not only do all the computers in the lab have VR games and content on them, they also have the software that you would use to make that content. So we do also a series of workshops to help students learn how to use that technology. So we're hoping that it's going to find ways, and actually it already is finding ways to impact the educational mission of the university.
We have courses that range from learning what the equipment is to 3D modeling to advanced Unity programs. So we really want to inspire people to come in and take those classes. Western doesn't have a program where students can learn any kind of development or programming or 3D modeling, and those are going to be coveted skills in the future. So having a space where people can actually learn to do that is really important.
One of the main ways in which it benefits students is this is a good way to kind of escape reality by going into a virtual reality, and it's helpful too that it's just in the basement of Waldo, where I know a lot of students study. So you can just go in, study for a few hours at Waldo, then you go down to the VR lab and take a bit of a break.
So it's a way for people to connect and get to experience things that they wouldn't normally be able to experience at a reasonable opportunity.
I think that coming in and heeding the opportunities that the VR lab has will really inspire a lot of creativity. Hopefully it will provoke people to want to do their own projects, because the options are endless in what you can do in virtual reality.
The VR lab is open to everybody. We really want everybody to come not only to play, but to ask questions. If people are curious about how to make their own content, how to get access to the tools, there's a lot of stuff that's available free to students. Pretty much everything that we have in the lab for tools, the students can also download for themselves for free. So it's not like we're teaching workshops on stuff that you can't get your hands on. You can get your hands on that. And so we're hoping that students will come start to take advantage of that.